In many ways, college is a snapshot of your life. It's only a few years out of the many that most will live, but it's an important season that provides a strategic opportunity for ministry. Consider these four aspects. Population density. There's more people in a smaller area than anywhere else, making it easier to meet more people quickly. Student availability is higher than any other stage of life. Student openness to new ideas and hunger for knowledge is high. People are spending these 4 years just so they can learn things. And then potential for future impact. You are leaving campus ready to start the rest of your life. We believe the cumulative effect of these dynamics make it the most important place for us to invest our time and energy trying to reach students for Christ, disciple them to walk with Him, and equip them to be able to serve others. You have seen some pictures tonight, some snapshots of ways that God is transforming lives on the campus. Students are struggling more this year than any other year before. Isolated, discouraged, disillusioned, afraid, frustrated. Freshman year is always a difficult transition time, and this year, the class has watched every basic rhythm of life be disrupted. My heart aches for them. We're dedicated to finding ways to reach them. Due to campus restrictions, it's harder than we've ever seen just to meet a student or find a meaningful way to connect with them. And though many of our programs that we typically do cannot happen this year, we cannot afford to put ministry on hold for a year. We cannot just take care of the people we already know and wait for things to get easier. No, we have to find ways to share the hope of Christ with people today, with those who are struggling right now. But how do you do that? How in the world do you do that? We're convinced the most powerful resource that you can put on a campus is a person, a committed follower of Christ who's trained and equipped to teach and serve others. We have a dedicated team of full-time staff workers serving at Ohio State, Bowling Green State, and Otterbein. This gifted group of individuals have spent their time raising their own support so they can serve freely on campus. This dedicated team is present night and day trying to meet the needs of hundreds of students. Because of their creative commitment, ministry continues to thrive this fall. Tonight we are hoping to raise $45,000. We want to create a $3,000 account for each staff member to empower innovative ministry activities throughout the year. Typically, we raise money to provide scholarships to help students attend conferences and retreats. This year, we will provide micro versions of those experiences and trainings all across campus, all throughout the year. A typical staff person reaches out and engages with about 100 students over a year. So $3,000 is basically providing $30 per student to find ways to reach students, to meet students, to connect with students, to disciple one, to equip one. We're leaving the ministry power in the hands of those in position to do it. Last March, when the campuses closed and everyone went home, our program stopped, but ministry was still thriving. You see, it continued because the heart of our ministry is people interacting with individuals they know. And because of the deep relationships built, we were able to change what we do, the way we do it, and keep reaching out to people. It became clear that our 8-week summer leadership project would not be possible. So we recreated the whole thing in a quick time frame to still provide opportunities for students to grow in their faith and be equipped. And somehow, participation almost tripled. We trained more student leaders last summer than any other summer before. So instead of putting ministry on hold, we are developing new activities every single week. Daily, new people are being met. People are in introductory Bible studies or discipleship Bible studies. Or people are being equipped and discipled or mentored or served. We are doing things today that we hadn't thought of in August. And by January, I'm sure we will find new, effective ways to reach and disciple students. We expect a surge of participation in students by next summer, wanting more training, and we are already starting to develop ideas for how we can meet the needs that 2021 will bring. Last year at this event, I laid out the goal of equipping 100 student leaders in the next 3 years. Many of you partnered with us to make that happen, and in 1 year, we were able to equip and train 65. It seems like God is telling us we need bigger dreams. So now we are hoping to train 200 students within 3 years. Can you imagine what would happen if we could send 200 students who are mature in their faith, seeking to serve others? Each year we get contacts from new churches asking us to help them start ministry on campuses nearby and to send graduates to help serve in their areas. Places from locally like Westerville to further away like Ann Arbor, or even places like Zambia, in Nigeria, in England. I have found that the only real hindrance to the gospel going forward is my lack of faith to step out. Do I believe that God has me here at this moment for a reason? Will I use the resources I have to reach out and serve those around me? Will you? Will you believe that God has you connected with us and use some of the resources that you have to help spread the gospel on campus and make disciples? 2020 will be a year that we never forget. It will be a life-defining moment for all of us. Will you help us see that it becomes an eternity-defining moment for many students that leads to life and fruitfulness for years?